Hello friends, there is a set of travel discounts available to UK pensioners right now that most people are only using part of, and the gap between what they're claiming and what they're entitled to is costing them hundreds of pounds a year. Reaching state pension age, or in some cases turning 60, unlocks a specific list of travel benefits. Some are automatic, some require an application, and several of them can be combined, which is exactly the part almost nobody realizes. Today, I am going through 5 of these discounts, what each one covers, who qualifies, and the exact combination most pensioners are missing entirely. Before we get into it, subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell. Every discount I'm covering today is real, current, and something you can act on this week. Subscribe now and let's get into it. Free travel is sitting on a card most people already own and barely use. The English National Concessionary Travel Scheme entitles anyone who has reached state pension age to free, off-peak bus travel anywhere in England, not just their local area. This includes long-distance journeys between towns and cities, provided they fall outside the morning peak restriction, which typically runs until 9:30 AM on weekdays. Scotland and Wales go further. Both nations offer free bus travel from age 60, 5 years earlier than the English scheme in most cases, and without the off-peak time restriction at all. Here is what catches people out. The pass only works on local bus services, not coaches or long-distance operators, and many pensioners assume it covers everything on wheels. It doesn't. But within that limit, the pass is genuinely unrestricted, meaning a bus pass holder can travel from one end of England to the other on local services alone, changing buses along the route for free. Apply through your local council's website if you don't already have a pass, since it's issued locally even though the entitlement is national. Search Apply for Bus Pass plus the name of your council, and processing typically takes a few weeks. A card costing £30 regularly saves people 10 times that. The Senior Railcard gives anyone aged 60 or over 1/3 off most rail fares across Britain for a full year for a one-off cost. Unlike the bus pass, this one is not automatic. It has to be bought, and a significant number of pensioners who qualify have simply never purchased one. The discount applies to advance, off-peak, and anytime tickets, and it stacks with Railcard-specific fares that are often cheaper than the standard senior discount alone. A 3-year version is also available at a reduced overall rate, which works out even cheaper per year if you travel by train regularly. Buy it online through the National Rail website or at any staffed station ticket office and bring proof of age. Most people recover the full cost within 1 or 2 return journeys. London residents are leaving free travel unclaimed simply because they've never applied. Anyone aged 60 or over who lives in a London borough is entitled to a 60+ Oyster photo card, which provides free travel on buses, the Underground, the Overground, and most national rail services within Greater London. This is separate from, and in addition to, the National Bus Pass, and it applies regardless of income or working status. This one matters because it is easy to assume the National Bus Pass already covers London, and it doesn't fully. The 60+ Oyster card extends free travel onto the tube and rail network within the city, which the National Concessionary Scheme does not include. Apply through the Transport for London website, upload a passport-style photo and proof of address, and the card typically arrives within a few weeks. If you're a London resident over 60 and you've been paying for tube journeys, this alone could be the most valuable discount on this list. Coaches are the piece almost every bus pass and Railcard holder forgets entirely. National Express and several other coach operators offer a senior coach card, giving 1/3 off standard adult fares for anyone 60 or over on both domestic and some international coach routes. The annual cost is modest, and unlike the local bus pass, it covers the long-distance coach network the bus pass explicitly excludes. This is the gap in the picture. A pensioner might hold a free local bus pass and a discounted rail card and still be paying full price every time they book a coach, simply because the coach network sits outside both of those schemes. Buy the coach card directly through the operator's website and combine it with advance booking, since coach fares booked early are already discounted before the senior reduction is even applied on top. Companion travel is the discount that gets missed even by people who already know their own entitlements. If you receive certain disability benefits alongside your pension, or if you hold a disabled person's bus pass rather than the standard older person's pass, you may also be entitled to bring a companion with you at no extra cost or at a matching discounted rate, depending on the scheme and operator. Blue badge holders are entitled to disabled parking concessions nationally, and many rail and coach operators offer a linked companion discount for anyone travelling with a blue badge holder, even if the companion themselves does not qualify individually. Check with your local authority whether your existing pass qualifies for the disabled variant rather than the standard older person's version, since the criteria overlap more than most people expect, and the disabled version often unlocks the companion benefit automatically. So here is the complete picture of what's available and what most people are missing. The National Bus Pass gives free local bus travel across England from state pension age and from 60 in Scotland and Wales, but it does not cover coaches or the London Underground. A senior Railcard has to be actively bought rather than automatically issued, and it delivers a third off most train fares for a cost that pays for itself within 1 or 2 journeys. London residents over 60 are entitled to a separate 60+ Oyster card covering the tube, overground and buses within the city on top of the national scheme, not instead of it. A senior coach card fills the one gap the bus pass and Railcard both leave open, covering long-distance coach travel at a third off standard fares, and anyone receiving certain disability benefits or holding a disabled person's bus pass should check whether a companion travel benefit applies, since this is the entitlement most frequently left unclaimed even by people who are already using everything else on this list. None of these require reapplying every year once they're set up, and most cost either nothing or a small one-off fee that pays for itself almost immediately. Share this with a pensioner who only uses their bus pass. There's a good chance they're sitting on 3 more discounts they've never claimed. I will see you in the next one.